Today I want to take you through a full body mobility routine. We're gonna do 2 rounds. It's gonna take 20 minutes. If you only have like 10 minutes, you can do 1 round. And we don't really need much equipment, but depends on your flexibility. You may want to use a couch or stairs at home for elephant walk, which I'll take you through, and you may need to hold on to something for deep squat. So first movement will be sitting in a deep squat position. So you squat down as low as you can, press your elbows into your knees, and you sit into that squat. And as you can see, I'm holding myself onto the kettlebell, but I could do that freely. But if you need to hold on to something to actually be more comfortable in that squat, then grab onto a handrail, onto your partner's leg, whatever you find comfortable at that point. But we want to try to kind of open up our hips, ankles, and our back. The only tiny problem is that I don't have the timer seeing in front of me. But we got 15 seconds, so we're just sitting in a deep squat. 1 minute, you can try to twist a little bit to loosen up your hips. I normally hear some pops in my hips. Now, a few more seconds. And we're gonna go for elephant walk. So for this one, you lift your hips up, you rest your legs on the on the stairs, and you extend one leg after another. So you should feel a nice stretch through the back of your legs. And if you don't feel it, you probably need to go a little bit lower. So I can go on the floor on the top of my fingers, but yeah, like I need to go down on the floor for this one. So yeah, we're going to extend one leg after another, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch through the back of your leg, through the hamstrings and behind the knee, through the calf area. It's a very good one to loosen up your hamstrings. Few more seconds. Okay, we're gonna change. Now we're gonna go into the world's greatest stretch, plus another hamstring stretch. So you go into deep lunge, you push your hips down, you get a nice stretch through your groin, then you rock back onto your toes, slightly lean forward. Again, we're getting a nice stretch in your hamstrings. So one for the hips. Ooh, my balance. One for the hamstrings. One for the hips. One for the hamstring. So yeah, just go back and forward. So we're shooting two birds with one stone. It's like we are working a little bit more on your hips and your hamstrings, which is normally very tight areas for most people. You should feel your hamstrings like a little bit looser after that elephant walk. So this should be a little bit nicer. And we're gonna change the sides now. So same thing on the other side. Nice and deep stretch in your hips. Nice stretch in the hamstrings. You may notice that one side is feeling tighter than the other. And that's completely normal. We all have some imbalances due to previous injuries, due to nature of our work, and many other reasons. We have dominant sides, so just work through that. So you want to drop your hips down, nice stretch through your groin, rock back, lean forward, get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. So back, up, back and forward. Yeah, we got 10 exercises. Just gonna repeat them twice. We got 30-second break in between rounds. So like I said, if you only got 10 minutes, do 1 round. It's better than none. Okay, now, next one, we're going for 90-90. So your front of your knee is at 90 degrees, the back of your knee, like the back knee is 90 degrees. And we're looking for a nice stretch in your bum of the knee that's in front. And some of you might be able to like fully put the elbows down. I can't, my glutes are quite tight. So I'm just gonna hold it here, quite relaxed. Yeah, just nice and deep breaths, quite relaxing. loosen up those hips a little bit. This is one of the more pleasant ones from what we're doing because it's a little bit more relaxing. But all the exercises are good, and normally the ones that are least comfortable, they are the most beneficial. Yeah, 10 more seconds. Again, like I said, you'll probably notice some imbalances. Nice, relax. Let's change the side, same thing, 90 degrees on both sides, and you probably even heard my back popping in this one. So my right glute is way tighter than my left one because that's the leg that I'm lunging with in badminton, so it's quite normal. And you may notice the same thing, that one leg is tighter than the other. And these hip stretches are normally doing a great job in actually even loosening up my back. So I'm sure it will make your back feel a little bit looser as well. But nice and deep breaths while listening to my Eastern European accent. I don't know what accent do I have. If you can guess where my accent is from, let me know down in the comments. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go for frog stretch. So you push your knees wide apart and you sit back and down. So it does look like a fairly romantic position, but don't be naughty, we're just stretching our hips. So you want to keep your back nice and straight, and you're gonna get like a nice stretch through your inner thighs to open up those hips. And you'll see the second round that we're gonna get in, the squat will feel much better than on the first one. And I'm quite sweaty, just finished the workout. This routine is perfect on its own before you go to like sleep and you want to wind down, or you can just do it straight after the workout. But just don't forget to breathe. 10 more seconds in this very romantic position. And now we're gonna go for quad stretch. So laying down on your back, your leg goes right behind you with your heel pointing up, and you're gonna lay back down. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in your quad, or you're gonna get a cramp in your foot like I just did. So, okay, we're gonna try the different leg for a second. Funny enough, the exercise following that will address the cramping. So we are looking for a nice stretch in your quads, and you may feel it a little bit in front of the hip, or you may feel it in front of the shin, and that's the reason why the right foot cramped up for me, because my shins are very tight, or my ankles are very tight. You may be thinking at this point, oh, Modi, you need to do more of these routines yourself, and yes, I do. So yeah, like a few more seconds and we're gonna change the legs. Like my quads are not liking that. Okay, change. Now, let's hope that I will not cramp up for the second time. Yes, it seems like it's a little bit better. But yeah, I'm getting that stretch across the front of my shin, and that's, again, to do with some imbalances that I have. So it's less of a quads on my right leg, more across my tibialis, abroad in front of my shin. That also might be to do with the fact that I just worked my tibialis in a workout. But yeah, 20 seconds, and we're gonna go into a big toe stretch. I think you ideally need to be without the shoes for this one, but I think my shoes are flexible enough. So 10 more seconds, and we're gonna go for a big toe stretch. And 3, 2, 1, change. Just gonna roll back. So we want to go onto your knees, and now your toe, like pressing into the floor, and you kind of bend your big toe, and you sit back and down. Now, if your shoes are quite stiff, you're not gonna feel a stretch, but that's why I took my shoes off. Now my toes are basically extended like this, and I'm putting a pressure through my body weight. I can rock back, I can put more pressure, but I'm getting like a nice stretch through my foot arch. And this is a perfect opportunity to get rid of the shoes. I knew I should have changed for the barefoot ones, but is it too late now to say sorry? 10 more seconds. I just did the workout. Funny enough how that kicked me into a good mood. So we're gonna have 30 seconds rest. So if you want to drink or change your shoes, do that. So I'm just quickly grabbing my shoes. So here we are, barefoot shoes. What people meant to wear all the time, just not in the winter because it's cold. So yeah, you can finish here or you can do another round, and we're obviously doing another round. So we're gonna start with the deep squat again. You may find that barefoot shoes or being barefoot, squat is a lot harder because most of the shoes are lifting your heels up, which allows for a nicer and deeper squat. But I do feel like my hips are way looser than on the first one. So yeah, we're just gonna spend a nice and comfortable minute in a natural human resting position. Hence why you see all the Asian populations, even at an old age, they can sit at the bottom of the squat. And I think it's also referred to Eastern European or Slavic squat. That's a normal position to smoke a cigarette. Been there, done that. Or you have a can of beer and a cigarette in the other hand if you're from Eastern Europe. Okay, 3 seconds. We're gonna lift our hips up and we're gonna go straight for elephant walk. Like I said, you can go down on the floor and you're gonna get a much nicer stretch through your hamstrings. But this set should be feeling a lot looser than the first one. So let's just go through that movement. Yep, so you push your knee back and extend that leg. You're gonna get a nice stretch through the back of your thigh. 20 seconds. If you're bored, you can count the reps. How many you can do in 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna drop down into the world's greatest stretch, where we're focusing on your hips. Push those hips through and lean forward for the hamstring stretch. Hips through, lean forward with the hamstring stretch. If you're enjoying this stretching video, let me know down in the comments. I got a few more planned because I'm trying a bit of a new format due to accidentally deleting my YouTube channel in the past. So these videos will go onto Stable Strength Studio channel because I want our clients to benefit from that as well. So yeah. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more mobility routines. I got some workout and warm-up routines planned and change the legs. And if you generally need help with your fitness goals, I'll pop the link to my main channel in the description. As due to deleting my previous YouTube channel with a huge 280 followers, I have realized that I will redistribute the content a little bit. One channel will be workouts, mobility, and things like that. Another will be educational fitness content. So you pick your vibe and let me know what more you would like to see. But we're going through that world greatest stretch. My hamstrings are feeling so much better. Just 10 seconds, and the next one will be the world's greatest stretch. So I'm just gonna pop my left knee in front, and I can go slightly further down this time. You may notice the same thing. So that's to stretch your glutes and piriformis muscle, which is quite responsible for a lot of back pain in people. Just one of my clients recently suffered with a lot of back pain due to piriformis tightness. That's why I'm saying that some of these stretches can benefit you. Yeah, we got 20 seconds, then we're gonna change the sides. Yeah, but I hope that you're really enjoying this routine if you stick for a second round. If not, I should have mentioned that on the first round. And 3, 2, 1, change the legs. We got 5 more minutes left, so 5 more exercises. And if you want, you can do this routine even 3 times. But I feel like half an hour stretching is a little bit excessive. And I think 10 to 20 minutes focusing on your lower body before you go to sleep or after workout, it's the sweet spot. Yeah, the right leg, I mean, again, for you, it might be left. We are all slightly different. But my right leg is way tighter. I'm a little bit lost with that screen. I'm not sure how much you can see, but it has the list of all the exercises that we do. I'll try to zoom in for that. And 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go for frog stretch, which I should rename as the romantic stretch. So your knees go nice and wide and you sit back down, getting a very beautiful stretch through your hips. And again, you may notice that you can sit back down a little bit more and keep yourself more upright. It's a very nice stretch for the hips. Now, yes, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. It's like a naughty position. Yeah, just 20 seconds left. And then we're gonna go for the cramping one again. And 3, 2, 1. Let's turn around on your back. Your leg goes behind, your heel pointing up, and we're looking for a nice stretch in your quads or a nice cramp in your foot. Come on. Come on, foot. Let me get through this video. Ah, shit, that foot is cramping. I'm gonna change again. While you keep holding it on one side. I'm surprised the left one is not cramping, but I think the quads are too tight to cramp up. So yeah, just hold it 20 more seconds. I'm a little bit upset by my foot cramping. I hope your feet didn't cramp. This is so stupid. Okay, 3, 2, 1, change. Yeah, like funny enough, the only cramps on the first set. Once I gone through that initial cramping, it's a little bit better. But yeah, we're looking for a nice stretch in your quads, and it feels more like in my quads now than it is in my ankle, really. But we got another 30 seconds. Nice and deep breaths. Try to enjoy the process. So as I said, I'll do an upper body, a spine routine, and I can probably do a total body routine, which can be very good, trying to wind down before you go to sleep, like loosening all your body up. And 3, 2, one last but not least, and we're gonna go for big toe stretch. Like this one is really beneficial if you're walking on your feet like all day, and plantar fasciitis might be a problem of yours. This is one of the exercises that helped me a lot with plantar fasciitis, but what helped me more was losing 10 kilograms. However, this exercise, amongst many other exercises with strengthening my calves and stretching out my ankles, getting them more mobile, changing for barefoot shoes, has helped me a lot with plantar fasciitis, just in case if you have come across that. But plantar fasciitis can come for many reasons, so it's best if you ask physio. We got a few more seconds. I hope you enjoyed this routine. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see more of those routines. And activity completed. See you in the next one, and best have a good day.